Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I am here with a new video in Pandas tutorial series, that is data transformation with Pandas. This is going to be the second part of data transformation with Pandas. So let's get started with the video. In this particular video, we are going to see basically reshaping of data. What all techniques are there into Pandas with which we can reshape our data. In previous part we have seen that how to deal up with altering or dropping the column, altering or dropping the row. So all the column and row operation we have seen, that how we can transform in the perspective of column or row. In this particular one we are here with reshaping of data, that how we can change column to row, row to column. All these things we'll be watching, under which we are having the several topics like pivoting and unpivoting, stacking and unstacking, melting of data. It is what it is called. Why means this is a bit new term for you guys. After that we will be watching transpose of data. So these many topics we'll be touching in this particular video. And now let's jump to the learning roadmap first. That what learning roadmap, if you are new to the video, let me show you what learning roadmap we are following in the whole video series. So basically we covered up data import, then data exploration, then data cleaning. After that data selection and indexing. All these four topics I have already covered up. We are on this particular one, data transformation. In data transformation, one video I have already covered up, into which there were other topics which I already mentioned, and in this one we are going to see what all techniques we are having to reshape our data. The very first option we are having is pivoting of data or unpivoting of data. Now this unpivoting or pivoting, what it is, let's get aware of that first. So if suppose you are converting column to rows, correct? If you are converting your column to row, then it is pivoting of data. If you are changing back your column to the row, then it is called as unpivoting of data. Now this unpivoting of data is only called as melting of the data in the Pandas term. In similar way, we will just see what stacking and unstacking is. So stacking is, you can assume like that it is more similar to unpivoting or melting of data. It is also called as melting of the data. Then what's the difference between stacking and unpivoting now? So the difference is that this stacking is concerned with, or you may say it is more likely to be used when you are using multi-indexing or the hierarchical data set. There you will be using this stacking. But unpivoting is not limited to hierarchical data set or the multi-index data set. It can be applied anywhere. It is more versatile. After that we are having unstacking. Now this unstacking, you can relate it to the pivoting of data. Both of the unstacking and pivoting is a bit similar, but again this unstacking is in terms of your hierarchical or multi-index data. What this multi-index and what this hierarchical data, I have already covered up into the previous video, where I have shown you that how we can have the multi-index in this particular one. I guess, yeah, in this particular one I have already covered up that what multi-level index is. And here also we have shown you that there were multiple operations with the multi-index. So you can check out those videos into which I have covered up multi-indexing. Now let's jump to pivoting of data and how we can apply this in real-time scenario. So let's demonstrate it first. We will jump to our this Databricks, Jupyter Notebook. Now in this Jupyter Notebook, what we are having, very first topic we are having is the pivoting of data. Let's concentrate very sharply on this pivoting of data. Now this pivoting of data is very simple. You will just convert your this column to the row. It is also called as widening of your data, and it is called as collapsing your data or unwidening your data. So here you are widening your data, that means you are making it wider, longer to wider, and this is called as wider to longer. So in this, how longer it is, because you can see the data frame, the original data frame is this particular data frame, and the pivoted data frame is this data frame. So what it became, it was longer, it has been converted to wider, correct? So it is called as longer to wider, also you will find in some articles and all. So how it is getting done? So let's take an example that we are using this particular data frame. Into this data frame we are having two columns, as you can see over here, A and B, with the value 1 2 3 and 4 5 6, with having 3 rows. Now we will convert it to a pivot by having dot pivot table. This is your method going to be. Now index is none, it's just to reset your index, nothing else. It's your after that you are having what columns, when the new columns will be created, what it will be named as. You need to provide that column name, col1, col2, col3. I have just provided as example. Now from where the values is going to come, it is going to come from the original data frame with having column name as A and then B, and the aggregate function as the first. We can have multiple aggregate function like sum or count, many aggregate function we can have, which you can just go and then search it out that what all aggregate function we can apply. But aggregate function we need to put over here. If you don't having any aggregate function to be applied over here, you can just provide first. Now as soon as you are providing the aggregate function as first and printing the pivoted data frame, you can see that the pivoted data frames looks like something like this, that it has the columns has been converted to row, a column has been converted to rows, right? Now into this unpivot or the melt, we are doing directly opposite of it. We will convert these rows to whatever rows we are having, we will convert these rows to the column, correct? Or you may say in the vice versa, that whatever columns we are having, column 1, column 2, column 3, we are going to convert it into the row, that is col1, col1, col2, col2, col3, col3, right? It has been converted to the rows. It is directly opposite of it, from wider to longer, correct? This is wider and this is longer. We are having more number of column over here, so it is called as wider, and we are having less number of column over here, so it is called as longer. We are having here col1, against that col1 we are having 1 and then 4. So what it is doing, col1 1, col1 4. How it is getting done? It is getting done with the method of dot melt, with having variable name. That means the column which it is going to be created, you need to provide it under this particular parameter. So any column name you can provide. Now from where the value is, it is going to pick up, it is going to be pick up value from here, correct? So whatever value we are having, we are renaming it as the value, correct? So this is how it will be converted or melted back to its original form, or whatever you want to say it, into the column to the rows, correct? Now we are moving ahead with stacking of the data. Stacking is again your unpivoting, okay? So the original data frame look like something like this. Now over that, when we are applying a stack data frame, or you may say stack operation, so what it is going to do is, you need to provide the column names, of course, index, variable and value, which I have provided right now. And over here what you can see, we have just these things, that variable A, correct? This particular column, it has been taken as row, and then its value has been taken as 1 over here. So these 0 1 A, this is the one row from into your stack data frame. So it has been stacked one over other. So A, here you can see that this B has been stacked over A, then B, then A, then B, then A. All the things are stacked. All your columns has been stacked, or you may say all the columns has been stacked to the respective rows, correct? So this is what it is going over here into the stack data frame. How it is getting done? It is getting done with the option of dot stack. This is the function, and dot reset index, we are just doing it to the to reset our index. So resetting of index is something which it is, suppose 0, 1 and 2 it is over here. So of course it would have taken some arbitrary number or whatever desired it would be from the pandas side, it would have taken the index position here. But to conserve that index's position whatever it was into the original data frame, we are using dot reset index. Now after that we are providing the column name. If we will not provide, it will be unnamed column. Okay, so we are providing the column names over here. So this is how stack is going over here. Now how we can unstack again? To unstack again, what we are doing is, this is the stack data frame, correct? This is the stack data frame we are having right now, what you can see from above. This is exactly same, correct? So this is the stack data frame. We are changing it back to the unstack data frame with this particular one. How? We are having again stack data frame dot set index. We are again, since it is in the respect of your hierarchical data set or the multi-index, so you will first set the multi-index, that is index and then variable, and then dot unstack you will use over your level. So on what level you want to unstack it, so you are going to unstack it on variable, that is this particular column. So this you can provide over here. Better you will understand and better your confusion will be cleared when I will develop with this particular example. This example is bit complicated one, but it will make you understand how this stacking and unstacking is going on. So when it is unstacked, what it has been done, variable and then this index, both of these things has been created. So variable we are having a and b, index having 0, 1, 2, and the values we are having against a 1, 2 and 3, b against b we are having 4, 5 and 6, which we have extracted out from this stack data frame and converted back to the unstacked data frame, correct? Now moving to another example where we are having this mixed example of a stack and unstacked. Be in the video till I have covered this transpose of data set. This is also going to be your very important concept. So let's first clear up this particular one, mixed example of stack and unstacked. So here we are doing stacking and unstacking both of the things in the same code. Same code means into the same cell right now. Okay, we have taken here a bit complicated example. So what the complication over here is, first let's see what the original data frame look like. So this is the original data frame, which it look like. So here what you can see, here we are having category as 3 categories, A, B and C, subcategories as X, Y, XY, that means X and Y are subcategory. So in A we are having 2 category XY, again in B we are having only 1 category, again in C we are having 1 category. We are having subcategory as 1 and 2, again in Y we are having 1. So this is how the level has been differentiated. This is at the very top level. Inside that we are having XY, again in X we are having 1, 2, again in Y we are having possibility of 1, 2, but here we are having only 1. So this is how subcategory has been divided. After that we are having level. Now this level, again it is something which is, you may say that the level of your row. So here you can see that alpha, beta and gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, all these things are your level of your whole rows, correct? So what the row name is, it is defined by this level name, and the values are over here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever it is. Now what stacked data frame will do, if we will apply a stack over this original data frame, what it will do, it has converted this to this one. What it has done nothing but whatever value was there, that means whatever this column was there, it has made this column as row, correct? That's it. How it has been done, let's see. It has been done, we have just applied df.stack on the level 0. Why on the level 0? Because we want to have this, if you don't need to provide level equals to 0, it will take it by default, because whenever you don't provide any level, it will pick up the level as 0 on itself. So it is taking level as 0, and converting that value column to the row, correct? So nothing has been changed. Now when we are unstacking our data frame, what it is going now? So how this unstacking first goes? So what we are doing over here, dot unstack, and then label we are telling is at label. Okay, this label is going to be your level. On this particular hierarchy level, we want to have unstack. So what it is doing, you can see category remained same, subcategory and subcategory also remained same. Now at label, what it happened, all the labels have been converted to the column. That means all the rows has been converted. This label was what? It was the name of your rows. Those rows has been converted to that column, correct? Now this column has been now assigned with the respective values. Since in alpha, for this particular scenario, AX1 value it is 10, but for beta it is not available over there. So it is NaN, NaN, NaN. Again for the beta it's 20. So this is something looking like right now not that much practical, but when we will be dealing with the practical scenarios, it is going to help you a lot. So this is how we can reshape our data. These were the 4 options we were having. Those were pivot, unpivot, stack and unstack. Now let's jump to the last and very last option we are having of reshaping, that is transpose of data. It's just your, you may say it has been whenever you are telling that it has been transposed, what it is doing over here, it is converting your this column to the row, correct? This A, B has been converted to this A and B. It is not that you are telling that you are pivoting. Pivoting is much more wider thing. Whatever here it was doing, it was also converting your column to the row. What it is doing over here, it is also converting your column to the row. But when you are doing your transpose is bit limited, and it is also whenever it you just need to transpose from row to column or column to row, you just do that, these transpose or reverse transpose. So what you are doing over here, you are transposing and converting your column to the row, that is A and B has been converted to the row, and index 0, 1 and 2. So this index has been converted to over here, and after that you are having 1, 2 and 3 as the value, 4, 5 and 6 as the value, which it was into the column over here, it is converted to the row. So that was whole about all the techniques we have discussed about reshaping the data into Pandas. So hope you got this particular video very informative, and if you found this video informative, kindly like to the video, subscribe to the channel, and it's my request that just subscribe to the channel and like to the video if you found it helpful, and if any confusion, let me know into the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching out the videos. See you in the next one with some other topic.